welcome to emotional intelligence support. And coffee. Okay, so I should probably also number these at the same time. Yeah, because I guess this one will be number one, and I will end up. I guess I'll just explain the tattoos on my face. Okay, so why not? Because I'm not sure that I have a video on here about it. I thought I did. Okay, so the crown on my head is because I studied shamanism since 2017. The sun and moon is because I go by unicorn. And my favorite movie used to be The Last Unicorn. And whenever she was turned into a human, she had a star on her forehead. Now, before I had the crown, I had a sun and moon, the eclipse on my forehead, because I wanted to experience a pick and poke in jail. And that was over maybe 5, 6 years ago. Even before that, I had difficulties holding a job because a joint condition that I was born with kept losing my job over injuries. And apparently, I'm extremely emotion sensitive. Later, found out that I have MTHFR. Makes it hard for me to be able to transmutate folic acid into that's in food into serotonin and dopamine in the brain. It packs in my blood system, could create a blood clot, cardiac arrest. I've heard seizures, whatnot. I experience gut pains when it comes to certain foods, and I also experience depression moments because instead of being able to transmutate and flood happy chemicals, it floods um, depression chemicals. I usually cannot say that word right. Um, so that's my forehead. My chin I got because one, it was tribal and me putting a lot of research into being a medicine woman. And on top of that, it was going through being on the streets for like 8 to 9 years when I got it. Only smoking weed, didn't fall under addiction of hardcore drugs, and didn't sell my body for anything. So that's mainly what these are for. The what inspired my eyes and also getting the eyebrows because it was just weird if I didn't get the eyebrows, it just wouldn't fit everything. So I got the eyebrows, and one because I was always doing social media and I wanted makeup tattoos. I couldn't bear to understand getting makeup tattoos so expensive without having meaning to it. What inspired it, the idea in the first place, was about probably 8 years ago. I think it was like my first or second time in jail, and I met this older lady who had tattooed eyeliner, and I asked her about it, and ever since then I've just always wanted it, and I decided to put meaning to it, and the meaning when it came to the eye tattoos was to pay attention to the things that are revealed to you and also understand the things that are hidden behind that so that you may prepare for the worst case scenario so you always have the best case of said scenario. And really, usually psychologically, the worst case scenario doesn't always happen. So you always tend to, when you're prepared for certain things, it's not nearly as detrimental on your emotions. So that's why I got the eye tattoos, and that's the Eye of Ra and the Eye of Horus, because the Eye of Ra is sun, what's revealed, the Eye of Horus is hidden things. And when it comes to the dots underneath my eyes, and those are the tears that are cried when it comes to wanting to be united with your person, your forever person, and be a healthy dynamic and a happy family. It's like, oh goodness. I find it funny how we have rules, terms, and regulations against things like that, that you just want to be downing towards someone. Downing, sure. Even though I've recently had a drug test because I live in a sober living house, so yeah, you totally have common sense. Especially being in a video that says emotional intelligence support, you are definitely not supportive. But hey, that's what it seems to be popular and seems to be supported when it comes to social media, isn't it? Like, we really love supporting people who are harmful towards each other, aren't we? And then we use religion as a way to down people or create some sort of like trolling. Trolling about Jesus is not a prime example of what Jesus was teaching. Right? And it's funny. Well, when you work with clothes that are donated to you, you just kind of make do. Like, thank you. I'm glad y'all are doing good. The ones that are here and know of me. Like, what are you? Are you a bot? Like, hello. How are you? Not since we have to cipher through a bunch of people who don't care about anyone else's feelings whatsoever, no matter how much they talk about Jesus. Dang, you need to go read your Bible because you don't understand what his lessons were teaching. You just want to rant and rave. Jesus is coming, Jesus is coming. You know how long of generations they've been saying that? You know how long of generations they've been saying about everything's just gonna fall apart and crash and burn? You know how long our society has supported each other being hated, being very hatred towards each other, and yet we use some of these things as we've allowed it to keep progressing to say that it's all true. Like, sure. Judge and condemnation. Is that all y'all know how to do? Judge and condemnation of trolls, and you love to blaspheme Jesus and being able to do so. That is so trippy to me. That's it. That's all you know how to do, because you don't stop and think for a minute that maybe I do talk to Jesus. Maybe I do talk to God. Seems how it does say in the Bible, give thanks and pray to the Father through me. Basically, ask for forgiveness, Jesus, and then like you have your way to the Father through me. It never once said in there that Jesus is God. Like, honestly, that's idolizing a human being. How is that any different than praying to Odin? And on top of that, in France, they have Mary Magdalene's bones in a fucking temple for people to go pray to. And you don't even know all your books. Half of your shit is hidden. So you don't even know all the information to the stuff that you're supposed to know. But you seem to think you know better than everyone else. It's like, so all you are is a troll. and using something that's supposed to be sacred, as a way to harm people. Wow. You're really honoring Jesus, buddy. Like, I could care less. Honestly, that's overstepping people's free will to sit there and say, I'm going to pray for you. That's your Christian way of saying, I think you're a horrible person. Well, maybe you should go look in the mirror about your actions that you objectify as being character. Obviously, y'all are the one taking the bait since you're here. Literally using your time to sit here and watch and listen to me. All right. Either way, that's about my tattoos. That's one of those things I guess I'm gonna have to change when it comes to the title of this one and start numbering these. That is assuming, but sure. Wow. Not assuming, even though you're clearly, while everyone's reading that thing, you're just saying you're not doing exactly what you're doing. Move on. There is an X button. Oh, thank you for saying I'm beautiful. Sure, in your opinion. You're just using Jesus as a way to troll people, in my opinion. You're the most blasphemous one on here. Like, sure. That's just trying to down people because you don't know what emotional intelligence support group is. Because that's exactly how you would treat going to an AA group, is sitting there not being supportive to one another. You're just a troll. And if you truly actually cared about Jesus, you would honor his lessons and be a prime example of what he taught about in the Bible. You should probably go read the Bible. Thank you for saying I'm gorgeous. Everyone should be able to be happy without abuse. Apparently, you're not proud of yourself because that's something you want to attack me with. Apparently, you need to get help, seems how you want to project that on me. Apparently, you're on drugs, seems how you want to project that on me. Anything else have something actually worth talking about? Like, I'm replying to comments that are talking down about me. That's called standing up for yourself. But sure, you're one of them too. Like, apparently you are. Good to know to let us know. Apparently that's what you should do. But you're just a bossy person, don't understand what Jesus' lessons meant. Wow, y'all really like blasphemizing Jesus' name by using him as a way to verbally attack people and condemn and judge. two things you're really not even supposed to do. And you're supposed to support one another, and you definitely don't even do that. So you're definitely a prime example of I don't see how Jesus, praying to Jesus, is actually even changing your hearts. So if you want to actually represent that Jesus is even real or does anything, you would follow in those ways. And you don't. Thank you for saying you love my laugh. Already talked about my face tattoos. Tatted forever. Okay. I wonder if you actually believe your God is real because you have to sit there and type out to everyone, your God is real. Do you even believe it? Because if you truly believed it, you wouldn't use that as a way to attack people with. Thank you for saying you think I'm cute. Don't believe them. Thank you for loving my tattoos. Sure. Woohoo! Condemnation. Even though he's such a merciful and loving God. What do I have planned for today? Oh, wow. What a better question. Well, I have group today with the program I'm with for like being able to be in a sober living home. So it's more of like a substance abuse program. They basically told me I had to quit weed to be able to be here. And I was like, okay, like whatever, get off the fucking sidewalk. So I gotta go all the way downtown. That's like sometimes an hour and a half bus ride, sometimes 2 hour bus ride. And it doesn't start till 11, so I'll really have a few hours. And then I thought about going to AA because apparently, if you go to AA, your life gets better. If you do the steps, your life gets better. Honestly, these steps are actually helpful when it comes to being so emotionally heightened and having an intricate mindset, or not mindset, but an intricate type of processing of a mind. Very observant, calculate everything, see signs, stuff like that naturally, which is why I usually smoked weed then. It was because it just calmed it down and made me just not care nearly as much, like I was true blue stoner. Like I don't have these markings on my chin for no reason. Like, and I did them for myself on top of that, while a lot of people want to sit there and condemn and call you a drug addict. Like, it's no wonder we have a lot of hell going on in this world, but then everyone wants to use Jesus as a way to, like, try to change everyone. And that's one of the main things that people really love using Jesus for, is literally to try to change people. That don't make no sense to me. Because I thought one of your biggest things was acceptance, because an acceptance is also one of those, is having an acceptance in what you cannot control, with also that that you are powerless over certain things. So I started just going, all right, and it's whatever God to your own understanding. They even have an atheist that made it in there. So really, to force a specific religion on people through this had a lot of confliction within myself, because I went to God and Jesus for like quite a few months now, since Mother's Day. That's why I find it so funny that people want to throw Jesus and God at me, but you don't know what I pray to. Like, so that's like a prime example right there that you use it as a way to harm people, and that's more blasphemizing than a damn tattoos on my face. So that is my going to be my day. Whether like I've been going through trying to level out my emotions, having hell trying to get food stamps to do their whole thing. Like I'm approved, but yet I have to do this to be able to get a card, do that to be able to get a card. Well, I'm not even being able to get a card no matter what the hoops they throw me through. And I'm like, you used to just get a card if you called the fucking number and say, hey, I need a damn card. And then they say, oh, you need to go do it online. Dude, I did it when I did the application. And then when you do a phone interview, you should be able to do it right then and there. No, you gotta call another number. Wow, you really don't care about your own society. But you expect society to pay this, pay that, pay this, pay that. But you're not there for your own people. Isn't this. Aren't you supposed to care about your people? Isn't that what a leader's supposed to do? No, we just go and steal someone else's president and their wife. I saw that online and I'm going, it could be fake, whatever. And then I'm in group here, right? Because they have these groups in the sober living home. And I hear her talking about it. And I'm sitting there busting laughing, going, oh my God, I can't believe she's one of the ones that's seen it too. She's like, you know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? I'm going, yeah, I'm surprised you have seen it. Well, at first I was like, because it was interesting what vaguely I wanted to make sure that she was talking about exactly what I was thinking. So I was like, I don't know, kind of maybe. And she's like, yeah, about this, we'd be stealing other people's presents. I was like, yeah, well, that's exactly how you have a whole fucking war, fucking bullshit going on. Go steal someone else's present, like it's okay. Don't forget about the wife because she may be the biggest problem. I find it funny because if you didn't find women nearly as threatening as men, you would have been like, whatever about the wife. No, bitch. You need to come with us too. It's like, what the fuck? And I really wasn't going to talk about this, but I wonder how many people have seen it. And I'm going, okay, so that's what we do. And then she was like, I don't understand why we chose that one when she's like, when Putin has done so much more. And I went, oh shit. Well, we don't touch him. No, we make deals with that one. Oh my gosh. So freaking funny. Yeah, drugs are bad, kids. Don't do it. I live in a sober living. Apparently, weed is not even something you're allowed to do either. Apparently, that's bad too. Only way to get off the street is do absolutely nothing. Be sober, but if you're rich and you have money, you can do whatever you want, including control our own government. So be rich. Even if you're stepping on people's heads and killing people. Because apparently, if you're a murderer in prison, you get taken care of better than you be on the streets. You might as well. Oh, and you get more resources. If you've been someone out of prison, you get way more resources than if you were to be someone that's never done anything like that. I mean, like, while you see a lot of while you see a lot of Jesus people judge you and say, "Oh, we're here for you. We're just going to give you some clothes here, some food here," while the cops steal everything from you and take you to jail for literally being homeless and not being rich. So, children, you gotta be rich. Even though I did put on this video, this is not for kids. But somehow, yesterday, we had a 16-year-old kid on here. Okay. And people that says shit to that, well, I guess you've never experienced this. Because, no, shit's true. How about you go explore some of these freaking homeless people and ask them? Okay, well, crazy is what crazy does, I suppose. You going around and emotionally damaging people, in my opinion, is way more crazy. Sure, yeah. Laugh off your pain because crying, people look worse on you about that. So you might as well just laugh about the hells that go on in this world, even though that's exactly what I'm even talking about in the first place. Like, oh yeah, so DMT water. No, motherfucking coffee, yo. Because caffeine's the only thing you're allowed to freaking have. Freaking love coffee. 6:30. Because when you want to be a supportive person and be an advocate, you just attract a lot of hatred towards people. You don't even get support. And then whenever you want to be supportive, everyone's too afraid because they're afraid they're going to be verbally attacked too and be condemned and judged for every little thing they do, because that's what y'all love doing in these comments, even though it's totally against rules and regulations according to YouTube. But wow, you're really allowed to do that. But when it comes to you actually talking about truth and wanting to be supportive between one another, you just get suppressed and hated on. Maybe this is exactly why we live in a world that just is so ruthlessly mean towards each other while we just go and steal other people's presidents. I find what we do as a country unbelievable. So unbelievable, I have to laugh about it without kidding, just so that I don't, like, feel hopeless about our own country and people. Like, y'all are really hopeless. Like, holy cow. That's just crazy because all you know how to do is hurt each other. Sure, down some more. Like, when I'm just speaking about actions, when you speak about actions and things that are literally being done and that's being fed through social media in general, yeah, okay, I'm just being negative to cause more negativity, sure. Alright, when I started this off just wanting to just hang out, talk with people that actually have something real to say, while you have a bunch of hating ass people flooding the comments because you don't give a fuck about no one else but your own freaking downing towards other people. That's talking about what's actually going on. That's talking about actions for what it is. But that's all you have to do is to sit there and use something someone else says just to hurt them. Just because you're not even happy with your own life, obviously, because you're sitting here wanting to go on a bunch of videos and type a bunch of condemnation and judgment. Like, no one knows how to be supportive and respectful half the time, most of no one, because that's all that we get flooded in our comments. Because if we had good, decent, respectful people, we wouldn't have so much flooding of hatred, condemnation with Jesus. That's blasphemy. So bunch of fucking blasphemy. Like, it's like and then we wonder why we live in a country that is nothing, that just wishes for Armageddon, for Jesus to come back and destroy a bunch of people. Wow, that's not violent at all. Yes, please come back, Jesus, and destroy the whole world because we don't know how to be respectful to one another. Oh my gosh. You know what I pray to God and Jesus about all the time? Yeah, Jesus, they do not know what they do, but damn, dude, they really do need to know what they do. And in God, aren't you omnipresent? Aren't you an element of consciousness? Why can't you just consciously wake up everyone without us having to sit here and go pick and prodding at brains? Like, what? What, nigga? You can just totally just go, you almighty, right? That's what they say. That's what they love telling people. You told me to pray for my heart, right? I'm like, I don't want to lie to you, man. Lying is a sin. All I want is for them to know what they actually do. Maybe they'll understand on how to be respectful towards one another. And you know what? Isn't that an element of Christ consciousness, waking up through the whole masses to understand how to treat each other, since how no one knows how to read the Bible on respect. And most of the Jesus people just want to use it as a way to condemn each other. And change each other. But God made us so perfect in the way we are. But yet we're so sinful. And he had to sin. Oh my gosh, that was such a great video. What juggalos hear when someone talks about and I was just like, wow, that was perfect. That was so perfect. Because half the time, this is what I wonder too. You made us so wonderful in the image of you and love and everything like that. But yeah, we're just so sinful because of someone eating an apple. And Jesus, do you see these people? Isn't it say that if they truly honor you and follow in your ways, it changes their heart? Yo, man, I don't see that happening. They call me a freak, man. They don't even know how not to be hateful and use your name in a hateful way, dude. Okay, this is why I actually like the fact that AA says, be powerless and give everything over unto a God that is of your own understanding. And I went, you know, it is kind of monotonous to sit here and expect everyone to be under the same religion. That's like trying to force everyone to be the same so that you have complete obedience. Oh, yeah, that definitely sounds like the USA, don't it? I was like, dude, really? Are you actually talking to some of these people? Or are they really listening to the devil because they using you in a blasphemizing way? Yet everyone knows so much more of you, and no one knows how to get along and not be so harmful towards each other. And apparently, I'm the devil over talking about each and every, that we should respect each other more instead of hope for some sort of God in human form to come and destroy the world. Nah, man, I'm going, no, can you please help us to wake up so that we stop hurting each other and then not destroy the world? But they say I'm the devil over that, even though that's just me using my heart. Yep, those are my conversations with Jesus. It says you're supposed to pray what's on your heart, right? I mean, like, I read the Daily Bread. Do y'all read the Daily Bread? Don't sound like it. Oh man, I love my humor. I really do. It makes my day. It really does. I don't care what anyone wants to sit there and shit down me while you say I'm the fucking negative person. We really have popularized being so hatred towards each other and so gaslighting and verbally abusive. It's phenomenal to me. Just phenomenal. Because I think the Christian rate tends to go up, but at the same time, I actually see a lot more younger generations looking at it like, this is pure manipulation. And I'm going, huh? Yeah. But somehow, if you don't do the right thing, you've got some mysterious group sitting there suppressing the living shit at you. Or if you're a bad example of something enough, you're supported. But if you're a positive example and just speaking out specific truths and it potentially threatens people who want to have control and obedience, you're the devil. Be careful. If you have any sense of morality, you're just a devil. And now let me wrap my mind around that. Oh, that was awesome. I got someone really throwing up some supportive comments. You're what's up. You're cool. You're awesome. You're really like throwing it in there. Pre-recorded, huh? Okay. Well, sometimes I wish I was that smart when it comes to technology. Like, thank you. Real recognizes real. Yo. That part. Thank you for saying I look interesting. Sure. I never said that God didn't love me. I just said its people doesn't understand how to love and support each other. That's all I was specifying. If you want to know about my tats, go to the beginning of this video. I'm going to name it number 1 and then go on from there. Calm down, Rob. Oh wow, and your name is THC. That's cool. But I'm not allowed to feel that way. Because I go to AA. And that's not a part of the first step, which is completely admit that you are powerless to it. I am. Oh, I love anime. That was a good question. I like that one. Never been to prison. If I were in prison, I would have never been on the streets as long as I did. Because there's definitely a lot more support and help for people who have been in prison. I tell you what. Sometimes I wish I had gone to prison just to get more help. I'd much rather not. How about you pray to God about people knowing what they do and for people to be more respectful towards each other instead of attacking someone who is trying to be an advocate for that the best that I can. You have to believe in God of your own understanding just to be able to do the AA steps. Everyone needs respect. This is why we have so much hatred going on that we do. My favorite anime? Sure. um, that's a good question because I like quite a few of them. It used to be Death Note and then it switched over to something else. Oh, what was it? What is my favorite anime? Dang, I just recently saw a really good one. Had my mind messed up, and it was about like a bunch of people being chosen to be the next god. That messed my head up. Like, I thought it was about some angel stuff, this, that, and other, and I'm going, huh? That one was good. I think it would have to be Soul Eater. I think Soul Eater is definitely one of those that's my favorite. Me trying to remember all the names of these animes that I watch is almost nearly impossible. Especially some of them I don't even know how to pronounce. But wow, do I love their calculations of certain intellects and certain things. And I'm like, this is cool. Jesus supposedly loves everyone. You don't have to beat people with the fucking Bible to say that. Verbally, I should say. Apparently, I am the same. Honestly, if I was, you'd think I'd have more money, huh? You would think I'd have better clothes. Because apparently, if you're with God, you go through so much trials and tribulations because He loves testing His people to the point of breaking point, but yet you know the whole future. But you gotta test your people. That's definitely 6:30. Caffeine. That's what I'm on. And pretty much, I think going live and going online really fuels a lot of my or it like triggers a lot of adrenaline chemicals because of having difficulties in my brain of being able to make serotonin and dopamine. So I think it triggers adrenaline in me, which is why sometimes it can be addicted to certain people. Because if you're addicted to adrenaline rush, You're probably addicted to social media, basically going live and being a content creator, really. It's honestly what I've observed, in my opinion. And drug of choice? It's always been, seems how this is something we're allowed to talk about in AA. It's always been marijuana. Other than that, I don't I don't like anything that I can't control my own body with. I really don't like anything that tears down my looks or makes it impossible for me to build muscle because I actually do like working out. But sometimes it can get difficult to move past my emotions just to make sure I'm doing my exercises. I started getting more into doing Tai Chi, hoping that's going to really level me a bit more. Because sometimes praying just doesn't do it. But hey, we're just nothing but sin and evil things running around that deserve to die. And then apparently women are the worst of us. According to some religion. And others that just want to manipulate and brainwash females at a young age so that they don't have a brain about themselves and they just listen to a man no matter how abusive they're doing or no matter how abusive they're living underneath that person's thumb. It's really heartbreaking, to be honest. Because we do have good men. I'm not saying that all of you are bad, but y'all are definitely rare and few, which is weird because we're supposed to be able to look up to y'all like good exemplars and protectors and good leaders. And because that has become a rarity, is why you have a lot of women trying to step up. Because they lost hope and respect, love, support in each other. And we're constantly ran by men. I mean, like, have we ever had a woman president? Have we ever had a woman leader that we can trust? I mean, look, we had Hillary. But also, our president has been known for pedophilia. So, like, not saying that's true or wrong, but no. That's why I specifically said it that way. So, and then we had Kamala, who flooded open the gates and made it harder for our own vulnerable Americans to be able to get resources. Oh wait, no, that was the other male president. Well, okay, sure, someone who really didn't have a cognitive understanding of half the things they were doing, like walking off stage. No, there was other people behind that. And honestly, we wouldn't have such a drug problem if we actually had leaders who cared about our own border instead of sending people into other people's countries to stick your nose up their asses and steal their president. I can't get over this one. I'm just. It's not funny, but boy, I would not have guessed we would ever do a thing, but can't put it past people who've been known to be pedophiles. I mean, look at Hollywood. You're telling me our own government and security had no clue? Okay. Really? I find that very hard to believe. And IRS didn't know at all, even though they were wondering where all this money, oh, it was laundered. Oh, really? You didn't catch on to that. But yeah, you're able to catch on to some of the most simplest things when it comes to homeless shelters. Okay. I find my mind totally fucking hilarious, to be honest. Just some of us are thinking it. We just don't want to say it because we too vulnerable to be able to stand up for it. They'll just suppress the fuck out of us. Look at what they do to our advocates. I mean, prime example. Oh goodness. Yeah, call it mental health for our whole country. But the one that's actually just calling it out for what it is, as if no one else can't see this or even contemplate this on their own. That's my prime example right there. You got rules and regulations. I got kicked off of Facebook for talking about things that we actually advocate for. And then you got a bunch of trolls. Like, oh yeah, like our people don't know that's there. No, you got AI. You totally programmed AI to allow it. If anything, you programmed AI to fuel it more. Because if AI was even doing its job, there would be nothing but support going through the comments because it's part of rules and regulations, right? I mean, if you really think about it logically, it doesn't take rocket science to figure some of this stuff out. We're just too afraid to speak up for it because we got our whole governmental leadership sitting here threatening the fuck out of us for even caring about morality. Because we are not allowed to have a sense of morality in our justice system. Only law, 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 law. So it works for us. Not us, the people, but us, the rich. Because we all know you rich families are just controlling these heartless motherfuckers. And I'm just speaking about it while you pay these people to verbally hurt everyone. Wow. Okay. We don't have issues at all while we go and steal another president because he did this. Nigga, do you see what you're doing to your own people? Oh man, it is. It's a flood of endorphins. But technically, not even real endorphins. It would be adrenaline. If you really think about it logically, when it comes to MTHFR, like it's like going on a roller coaster and getting off and feeling like the best in the world until it's gone and you're like, oh, gotta go roll another roller coaster. Oh man. And no wonder you end up going through a pitfall sometimes, but then you gotta learn how to cope with that. Or you just put yourself on medications and then you don't care about any abuse that's going on to you and they can do whatever the fuck they want with you because you ain't using your brain at that point. That's just the way they want us, right? Man, Norse were fucking badass motherfuckers, I tell you what. They didn't completely submit to everyone's hatred. They got up and with their axes and went after people, and ain't no one wanted to fuck with them. While we over there trying to take Greenland. We got axes. Come try us. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh man. Good thing I love myself, because we live in a world where apparently it's entertainment to hurt each other. Well, I'm sitting here going, I'm crazy. Do y'all see what you do to each other? Nope, you definitely don't, because you definitely flood the freaking comments with a bunch of hatred and no support whatsoever. Well, besides those few, very few. It's weird how it's actually that rare. Because we all speak about respect, but we definitely don't do it because we're too afraid. It ain't about awareness, I tell you what. It ain't about awareness at all. We all aware. We just too afraid. And we ain't got no time to help our children to understand an energy of respect, because we just work slaved. If you ain't got money to freaking sit there and slavery work other people, you are the person that's getting work slaved. You ain't got no time for your family. Oh, but we just want to poke our fingers at, oh no, it's all these kids just being worse and worse. Have you seen what they have as an example? Hold on, let me think. What example? What good example? I would love to see it. Because apparently I'm motherfucking Satan, and I'm telling everyone to be respectful towards each other. I thought that's what Jesus was teaching. Nope. I'm the devil, y'all. And I'm so dumb because I'm from Florida. But damn, does it take a Floridian to tell you to be respectful? Go read your Bible, because you want to sit here and use Jesus as a way to blasphemize against me. And you're so hung up on my face tattoos, you don't understand the definition of acceptance. Because didn't Jesus accept Lazarus for who he was? And he loved Mary, oh, so much that he went and raised that motherfucker from the dead. But I need to go read the Bible. Oh, I'm talking about actions, and I'm talking about what actually is written. So, I mean, I never once downed Jesus. Did you? I just talk about what your people doing, man. And I thought you teach respect. Well, I find that very hard to see. Nah, man. They using you to condemn, judge, and hurt each other verbally. And breadcrumb each other. While most of the money goes to a building that just sits there. Most of the time. Some of them use them for other things. Only if you remember. Jesus, were you that skimpy towards people? Nope. You baptized anyone. You, from what I read about you, Jesus, you actually cared about everyone. You didn't say you have to be a member of me to be able to have my compassion. Uh-huh. I know it, man. But hey, yo, I'm the crazy one. I mean, as if they didn't crucify the one that actually cared the most. Wait, isn't that what happened? The one that cared about the world the most was the one that was crucified. hey, let's keep crucifying me. You're just proving my point even more. Like, oh, goodness. Yeah, I had fun. This was good. I'm getting a lot better at not allowing these harmful comments to get to me. In time and patience and balance, I'll get better at it. And in time, hopefully, we'll actually have subscribers that actually care about supporting each other, whether you follow some condemning religion or not. Because that what it seems to teach most of its own people is how to condemn, judge, and not accept each other. Even though Jesus definitely accepted Lazarus for who he was. He just gave him love. I still love you, man. I'm going to raise you from the dead because I still love you, man. And I love my wife over here, who everyone keeps calling a whore, whose bones are somewhere in France being worshipped. While we still have missing books, because you're not allowed to know the whole story. Nah. You may know too much for us to be able to control you. Why we say in God we trust, and damn, do we not trust America at all? Not even other countries. Shit, you just stole someone else's president. How the fuck can we even trust you? Oh, because of this. Okay. What the? You just pissing off a whole country while you're killing off a bunch of people because you're so worried about what they doing instead of just guarding your own damn borders. Like, I mean, like, that's why we wanted a wall around the whole thing. Yeah, I mean, that can be cool if, like, it was actually necessary and needed, but if you actually had a bunch of leaders in countries understanding, grounding, compromising, and respecting each other for what it is that you do, and also, like, stop hurting your own children. Like, I mean, but hey, you are not our country, so we're not allowed to say anything, but we're allowed to jump into your country and go steal your president. I even asked an AI bot about this. They were like, I need to go look this up, so I have the right information for you, and never came back. And I went, aren't you connected to the internet? Why do you have to go look something up? Aren't you just supposed to know this information? Wouldn't you already just know this? Like, what? Oh no, because you're programmed. Got it. Oh, you're programmed to say that, and then you ain't even gonna research it. Because we got so much fakery going on, we don't know what the fuck is happening at all. We're just all sitting here twiddling our thumbs, waiting on Jesus to destroy us. Wow, that sounds like love. All right, because we don't want to learn how to respect one another, including our own countries. Like, how do we expect our own citizens to respect each other if we can't even get other countries into being able to be respective and unified? Don't you have that leadership role for a reason? Because you understand how to compromise, communicate, and respect each other? No, not at all. If we were able to do that, we wouldn't have to worry about war. Oh no, but you make money off of war. And you don't want people finding out there's trafficking going on all the way up to the highest high. Right. And we just want to label people who are aware of this and not afraid to talk about it. On drugs. You're just on drugs. You're just on drugs. You're just crazy. Wow. Yep, that sounds like our own governmental leadership and what they do to its own people. And this is why we have no morality in the justice system. Because if we did, we wouldn't just be throwing people in jail for having no home. Because they had no other choice but to sleep there on the damn sidewalk. Oh no, but that's not discrimination. Because we can do that to anyone, even if they have a home. Okay, what's the chance of someone that has a home going to do that besides being drunk, and then you just call it being drunk in public? Okay. Cause and effect and results. Right. Oh, and morality and human needs. Because you got a bunch of advocates wanting to stand up for human needs, but nope, we gotta specifically only see about law, this, that, and another. But it's okay to advocate for prisoners going through a death penalty and making that completely illegal. It's okay to go and advocate about no abortion because of moral rights. Oh, yeah, I guess if it benefits you, it's okay. But if it doesn't benefit you and it causes more money out your damn pocket, oh no, we gotta just strictly look at the rules. No more out. No, that gets too confusing. We don't want to do that. Okay, sure. As if we don't already have a bunch of people even standing up and talking about this and trying to fight our court system with it anyway. Because we don't have people that actually care about each and individual each other, because that doesn't freaking break down society in itself. Nope, not at all. Have you seen how bad traffic gets? Have you seen how, like, how much more people get angry at each other on the road? Have you seen how harmful the comments is no matter what live you're in? Have you seen how much more downing towards each other, how much more bullying is going on, even though we have zero bullying policies in schools? No? Oh. Because being awake and aware and watching things that are going on is a no-go. You just gotta be obedient and blind. That's it. And then you may make it somewhere in this world. Oh, and if that affects your emotions, go be on some pills. Even though everyone wants to point their finger at you and say, "Oh, you on drugs?" Okay, are you on pharmaceuticals? You're on some sort of drug too. I mean, what's the difference? Drug. Oh, this is harmful. Have you not seen what pharmaceuticals do to some people's nervous system? Have you not seen all the side effects that happens when it comes to some of these pharmaceuticals? They have a whole list of shit. But we just want to point our finger at those drugs, the street drugs, people on those drugs, not people that are getting hurt off of pharmaceuticals that are okay. Oh yeah, you're not on drugs if you're on pharmaceuticals. Okay. And if you're mentally ill and you use weed as a prescription, you're just a drug addict. You have to be on our pharmaceuticals that could potentially create more damage to your body for us to say you're actually taking care and you're giving some sort of, like, what's that word for it? You're getting help already when it comes to your mental disorder, when it's just someone that's aware as to what's going on and feeling completely overwhelmed. And most of them probably just bullied for being able to point things out when it comes to more than likely abusive work system or just being overworked and not getting enough sleep. I mean, these are definitely a lot of things that we can easily correlate and respectfully level out instead of forcing everyone to numb the shit out themselves while they're already numbing the shit out themselves. That's something they actually like. But since how you don't approve of that and you only approve of this is what is okay and that is not what's okay. Because if you truly don't want to harm yourself on pharmaceuticals, especially when it comes to people with PTSD, you should be able to have the option as for care or getting the getting help as like being able to have a service dog to help calm your emotions because animals actually do that. But no, you only give them the possibility to be able to have an emotional companion and you don't help them with having options when it comes to their care. You only have the option and the choice to take our pharmaceuticals because anything else we don't want to help you with. And if you somehow are able to get help in this other direction, we call it an emotional companion, and you're just doing whatever you want to do, and you're just being manic, and you're just this, and you're just that. But if you take our pharmaceuticals and do exactly what we expect of you while you expect us to do your job, and we're just not going to do it. Nor are we going to tell you the options that you're supposed to have available to you, like PTSD. You're supposed to have being able to have a service animal, not just being told to go to some weird online thing and go get an emotional companion when that is not exactly what this person needs. Especially when it comes to certain women going through certain things and then they have PTSD to the point to where they want a protective companion. That's minimal protection. A minimal protection animal is a service animal. Yes, has to be trained because you could end up freaking having fights in it with other animals in a store or something. But still. And then you just want to call it karma. No, that's trauma for the lack of support. Like, wow. You're a prime example of lack of support. I mean, you see it all in the comments. Anything I have to say, if you are willingly to be aware enough, it's actually very accurate to cause and effect, to the fact that if you were someone that went and tried to get this type of help without having strictly forced into pharmaceuticals, and we're not going to help you, and then we're just going to tell you that you're rejecting help. No, I just don't want to harm myself more on something I'm clearly allergic to for some people. Or for some people, I don't want to hurt my body more than what has already been done. I don't want to go through more of like certain like you say we have options when it comes to care and getting help, while you completely rip that from us and say, well, the only care we're going to allow you to have is this. All right. And you can't get financial help because we want you on pills, because we don't look at getting therapy as a way of having as getting help and having care. No, you'll just get denied. Wow. You really care. You really support people and the things they need. And then you wonder why we have homeless. It's not just because we can't rehome people because we don't care enough to rehome people. We're just that greedy. It is also the fact that they are not getting or being allowed to choose the care that best fits who they are. They're being told that you are rejecting care because you won't do what we tell you to do. Well, I expect you to do your job, but damn, don't seem like you have to do your job while you get paid. Okay, sure. Much love, everyone. I'm definitely gonna go do my own little meditation, probably drink another cup of coffee, and go hang out with myself and praying, seeing how apparently I don't believe in any of everything that people wants to use as a way to condemn, harm, and not accept and actually listen to certain things and be like Jesus and walk like Jesus. No, you just want to pray to Jesus. Hey, Jesus, when you coming down here and fucking all these motherfuckers up instead of understanding how to respect one another. But with that, see y'all next time. Not sure when, but yeah. Cause I'm just crazy bitch. Crazy bitch. I bet you that's all them freaking that is my nickname when it comes to the elites. I promise you, because I was given a VIP pass of Buck Cherry, and I'm going, yeah, y'all motherfuckers believe I'm a crazy bitch. Crazy bitch who actually has heart, who actually cares about support when it comes to people and one another and actually getting the care you deserve. But I'm a crazy bitch. Later, y'all.